Let's start the chapter projection of solids. In the projection of solids, our objective is to find out the front view and top view of given solid when its inclinations is given with the HP and VP. Now the question is which type of solids we are considering. We are considering four types of solids here. First is the pyramid, then prism, cone and cylinder. Now what do you mean by pyramid? Pyramid is a solid which has a one regular base and it has a triangular faces. For example, suppose this is a square base and from the sides of the square base the triangular faces emerges and it approaches to a one point which is called as the apex. So this is a base and these are the triangular faces. Suppose A, B, C, D is a base and O is the apex. So this is a square pyramid having square as a base, A, B, C, D as a base, and from each side of the base there are four triangular faces emerging from each side and approaching, that is merging to a center, to a point called as the apex or vertex. So this is a category of pyramid. So pyramid are named according to the base. This is square base, so it is a square pyramid. If we have a pentagon as a base, suppose this is a pentagon, so this has a pentagon as a base, A, B, C, D, E. From each side, for example, from each side we can have a triangular face emerging. So for this A, B, C, D, E as a base, we have five triangular faces emerging and it is approaching to one point that is called as a O as the apex or vertex. So this is a pentagonal pyramid. This is pentagonal pyramid. So in this way we can have number of types of pyramid according to the base. If it is a triangle as a base, then it's a triangular pyramid. If it has a rectangle as a base, rectangular pyramid. If it has a hexagon as a base, as a hexagonal pyramid. So this is a category of the pyramid. Then we have category of a prism. Now in prism we have two faces, top and bottom, of equal shape. For example, suppose this is a top face and this is a bottom face. This top and bottom faces are connected by vertical faces. So this is one vertical face, this is second vertical face, this will be third and fourth. So in this way the top base and bottom base are connected by vertical faces. Such type of solid is called as a prism, and according to the bottom and top base we can name it as a corresponding name according to the bottom. Suppose that bottom is A, B, C, D as a square and top is A1, B1, C1, D1 as a square, then this will be a square prism. If we have a hexagon, suppose this is hexagon as a top and hexagon as a bottom, and these are connected by vertical faces, then this will be hexagonal prism. Hexagonal prism. So two categories we have seen just now, pyramid and prism. The basic difference between the pyramid and prism is that in a pyramid we have a triangular faces, where in a prism we have a rectangular faces. In a pyramid we have only one base, and at the top we have a apex or vertex, and all the triangular faces emerges from the apex or vertex. Whereas in case of a prism we don't have apex, we have two faces, bottom and top of same size, and it has, instead of a triangular faces, it has a vertical rectangular faces. It has a vertical rectangular faces. So according to the base you can categorize, you can name it as a square base, square prism, hexagon base, hexagonal prism. According to the base in pyramid, if it is a square base, square pyramid, hexagon base, hexagonal pyramid, pentagon base, pentagonal pyramid. So this is the difference. So you can see this sample example, difference between the pyramid and the prism. So this is the solid, this is the solid. This solid can be a now square pyramid. This is a square pyramid. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 sides of a square. So this is a square base, and from each side the triangular faces emerges and they meet at a one point called as a apex or vertex. So this is a example of a square pyramid. So pyramid always has a triangular faces. Okay, and they are merging at a one point. This is pyramid. If you consider a prism, suppose this is a prism. So in case of a prism, you have a top face and bottom face, and they are connected by vertical faces. So there are the 4 vertical faces, and as the bottom and top is a square, so this will be considered as a square prism. Okay, similarly you can have a hexagonal prism also. So these are the examples of the prism and pyramid category. Then we have another solid which is cone. Now in case of a cone, we have one circular base, and then a curved surface. So this will be a cone. So this circular base and this are called as a generators. You can imagine number of line on this curved surface. These are the generators. Outer boundary is the real generators. So it has also a apex or a vertex. So O is the apex or vertex. So this will be a cone. Then we can have a cylinder. Okay, so in case of a cylinder, what is, you can have cylinder like circular top and circular bottom. So this will be a cylinder. It will have also a generator on its curved surface. So this is a cylinder. So in this way you are going to solve the problem considering this type of solids. You can have a pyramid, you can have a prism, you can have a cone, or you can have a cylinder. Now whenever there is a question about a projection of these solids, you have to understand how is the language of this problem. So language is very simple. Language of the problem. What will be the content of the problem? A particular solid is given. It may be a pyramid, square pyramid, hexagon pyramid, or it may be any type of prism, or it may be a cone. So any solid figure is given with its dimension. Then its inclination is given with respect to HP and VP. Okay, and then its resting condition is given. So same information, same content as we have seen in the projection of a plane. That in the projection of plane also the figure is given, which type of plane figure is there, its dimension is given, then its resting condition is given, that is it is resting on the corner, it is resting on the edge, whatever may be. Then its inclination is given, that is surface is inclined to HP and side is inclined to VP. Similarly here also in the solid problem, the solid particular type of solid is given, its dimension is given, then its resting condition is given, and then its inclination is also given. Now I have already told you in my projection of plane chapter, the inclination is always given in terms of parts of the figure or parts of the solid, because you can describe the inclination only in terms of parts of the solid. So what are the parts of the solid which we consider for the inclination? So we have this edge or side of base. So this is side of base. Then we have a triangular face. How many triangular face are there in the square pyramid? 4 triangular face. So triangular face, side of base, or a slant edge. This is called as a slant edge. Slant edge. So if you measure it, OC is a slant edge, OB is a slant edge, OA is a slant edge, OD is the slant edge. So there are the 4 slant edge, then base, then side, and sometimes the axis also is given. Suppose this is the midpoint of the base, we name this midpoint as a O1, and if I join this O and O1, O as apex and O1 as a, if I join this, so this O and O1 is axis. Similarly here, if I have a center point of base O1, and if I join this O and O1, this will be its axis. So what are the parts of the solid? Either it will be edge of the base, it will be base, it will be triangular face, it may be a slant edge, it may be axis. So these are the parts of the solids. Here same, you have a slant edge, you have the edge of the base, we have a triangular faces, we have the axis also. In case of a prism, we have a edge of base or side of base, then we have a base, then we have a vertical face. This is the vertical face. Vertical face. And what is this CC1? This is the vertical edge. Vertical edge. So these are the parts of the solid. Sometimes axis is also given. Suppose O1 and this O, or you can say this is O and this is O1. So OO1 as axis. Similarly, in case of a cone, you have the axis, OO1 axis as a part, then circumference base as a part, that is base as a part. So in this way, the inclination of the solid is given in terms of a parts of the solid. For example, I can say a hexagonal pyramid having a slant edge OC. Slant edge OC is inclined to HP at 30 degree, and triangular face OBC is inclined to a VP at 40 degree. So what I am doing, I am explaining the inclination of this total solid in terms of its part. That is OC, slant edge is inclined, triangular OBC face is inclined. Here I can say that a square prism has its rectangular face ABB1A. This face is inclined to HP and axis is inclined to VP. So what I am doing, I am giving the inclination of this solid in terms of the parts of the solid. So in this way, the inclinations are given in the parts of the solid. Means you have to understand, you have to imagine how is the inclination. Then a resting condition has to be given, because when you want to make inclination of the solid, you have to first rest it somewhere, either on the HP or on the VP. So again the resting condition is given in terms of a parts of the solid. So what, either it is resting on the side of the base, either it is resting on the corner of the base, either it is resting on the slant edge, either it is resting on the triangular face, either it is resting on the vertical edge, so this is vertical edge, or either it is resting on the corner. So again in resting condition also, the in resting condition is also given in terms of parts of the solid. So in this way the problem is created in a such way that you can describe the inclination of the solid in terms of a parts of the solid, you can describe resting condition of the solid in terms of a parts of the solid, and then for that particular situation you have to find out its inclination. So this is the basic information needed for understanding the problem on the solid. Now let's take a problem to understand. We start from the square pyramid. So what I will do, I will create a problem now according to the description required for the problem. I can say that, and I have already told you that problem required a solid, its dimension, its inclination description, and its resting condition description. So what I will do, I will take a square pyramid. So I say a square pyramid of base side 40 mm and axis 75 mm. So this is the dimension of the solid given. Okay, is now I will give the resting condition and then inclination condition. Is resting on one of its side of base in HP such that the triangular face containing that edge containing the side of base on HP such that the triangular face containing the side of base on HP inclined to HP at 40 degree. Draw the projection when the axis of pyramid makes an angle of 30 degree with VP. Now this is the problem. To understand the language, so I have already told you that in the problem dimension of the solid figure is given, resting condition has to be given, and inclination has to be given. Resting condition is given in terms of parts of the solid figure, and inclination is also given in terms of parts of the solid figure. So here in this problem square pyramid is given with this dimension. So this is the square pyramid and square of base 40 by 40. So this is 40 square pyramid and its axis height. So this is the axis. So this is O and O1. So this axis height is given 75. So this is 75, right? And in this way you can create this square pyramid. Okay, so this is the square pyramid having axis height 75 and base 40. So this is resting on one of its side of the base. Suppose that I will take A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D as a base. Suppose that I will take AB as a base side and it is resting on one of its side of the base in HP. So it is resting on this base in HP. So this AB side, I am considering AB as a side base in the HP and containing such that the triangular face containing the side base on HP. So which is the side base on HP? AB, and containing this base, which is the triangle, that is OAB. So this is the triangle OAB. This is the triangle. This triangular face is inclined to HP at 40 degree, because in this problem it is given that the triangular face containing the side of the base on HP, that triangular face is inclined to HP at 40 degree. So this OAB will be the triangular face which contains the side AB on the HP. So this face is inclined to HP and the axis is inclined to VP. So in this way you can solve this problem. So this is the language of the problem. So now we are going to solve these problems. So I will explain the steps how to solve these problems. So I hope that you understand the language of the problem.